I did something to my husband, or should I say, I taught him a lesson. And ever since that day, he has been in his best behavior. Now, me and this man, should I say, me and my husband have been together for a couple of years. And right from the moment, the very first month we got married, this man has been hitting me. Although he shows signs of it when we're dating, and I thought he's gonna change. He's this kind of person that when we have arguments when we're dating, he always punches the wall. So I felt okay, that was the highest he was gonna do. But little did I know that immediately we got married, I was gonna be the wall. Now when the hitting started, I thought it was gonna change. I didn't tell anybody at first, and I thought it was something I could manage. But you know one thing about negativity, it thrives when you give it chance. So his negative character continued, and I was keeping it in. I was trying to manage the whole situation to the point that I started praying for him. I asked God to change him, that I don't like the fact that he hits me and stuff like that. I know some of you be like, oh, why didn't you leave on the very first day? Easier said than done. Yeah, because when you're not you are not inside a situation, you can easily give your verdict. When you find yourself inside it, you sometimes you don't know what to do. So that was my case. I thought this man was going to change. I thought he was experiencing a whole lot of challenges, and if you give it time, probably if I brought a child for him, it's going to change. But now, like you, when I brought a first baby, it's as if the thing doubled. Like any small thing, he transferred his aggression on me, and at some point, I couldn't take it anymore. So I took the matter to our pastor's wife. And I told our pastor's wife that, Mommy, this is what is happening, and this that. Guess what this woman told me? It rains everywhere. I should just find a way to, to keep praying for him. She likes the fact that I've been praying for him, so I should continue to pray for him, and he's gonna be better, right? And because I'm somehow a religious person, I felt okay. This is my spiritual mother because I look up to her. I felt, let me just take her advice, and I kept on praying, but prayer doesn't change that kind of a thing. And the hitting continued. I birthed our second child. So there was one particular day that I don't even know what happened, and this man just gave me backhand for something that is not even supposed to be, right? And when he gave me that backhand, I started bleeding through my nose. That was where it was as if something shifted inside my brain. It was as if the thing that was blocking my eye for seeing him for who he was or for who he is fell off my eyes. And when that thing happened, I just stood there and I was looking at him. And when he did it, he was so nonchalant about it, and he just left the house. And my first child was sitting on the couch and she was crying, looking at me. And my other second child was still a toddler, was on the bed too. And I carried both of my children, and I was asking myself, like, what, like, I was not, so the memories of him hitting me was now playing through my head. I was like, what can I do to this man? Like, there was not this resentment that he just grew all of a sudden. I was not asking myself, what can I do to this man? What can I do, like, to show him Pepe? Because for me, living is not an option. Yes, I am the first daughter of my family, and living is not an option. I don't know how I'm going to make it make sense. My mother left my father, and I don't want that to repeat with me. So I constantly told myself that I wasn't going to leave. That is why I even stayed to those points. So I was like, okay, what can I do to make this man stop hitting me? How can I manage this situation? That was when I told myself that I'm going to give him the taste of his own medicine. So our marriage to continue, and I was planning something. Subsequent time, it will hit me. I'll still be, it now became a pattern. It's not a regular thing for him to hit me, right? So this particular day, I told myself that, okay, there's a plan I came up with. That day, he was in the bathroom, and, his phone was ringing. I guess it's one of his side urchins that was calling him. So I picked the call and I told the person that he's in the bathroom. Please call back later. Now, I went to tell him that, honey, he was still in the bathroom, honey, your phone is ringing, but I told the person that he should call you back. He should call back later because you're in the bathroom. Then this man started shouting, who gave you the effrontery to pick my call? Why will you do this? Why will you do that? Yada, yada. Well, the way he was shouting, I already know that if this man comes out of the bathroom, I'm going to collect, I'm going to chop it in, right? So out of sense that entered my head immediately, I took vegetable oil, sprinkle it on the floor of our the bathroom, like the room after the bathroom that is going to come out from. I sprinkled it on the floor, then I carried belts and waited for him, right? Now, when he was shouting, oh yeah, da, 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 this man didn't even have the patience to wash off the soap off his body. He was so eager to come and hit me. So as he was coming out of the bathroom with that aggression, he slipped and he fell on the floor. As he fell on the floor, he tried to stand up again and he fell. Remember that there's vegetable oil on the floor and there's still soap in his body, right? So everywhere was slippery. As he fell on the floor the second time, I just carried that belt and that is in my hand. Let me restrict my words that I use on this video so that TikTok will not restrict this video. I took that belt that is in my hand. I started whooping him. As he get up again, I was just whooping him. This man was shouting, shouting, and I made sure that the children were in the other room. They were distracted with cartoon so that they do not see what is happening. I locked the door. I was just whooping this man, and this man was shouting. I know the part of the belt I was using, the part that has that iron side. That was the part. So I didn't even care where the thing was hitting him. I was whooping him. All the old days, all the years that he has been hitting me, everything was not playing in my memory. I think I was doing that thing for like 2 minutes plus. When I was done, I was out of breath. This man was on the floor. Like he couldn't get up. Marks was all over him. Bruises was all over him. He was dead. And I started shouting at him, how dare you? For these past few years, you've been hitting me. How dare you? Do you think I'm a child? The more I shout, the more I whoop. The more I shout, no, the anger now. So I was like insulting him, how dare you? So you didn't even have the patience to clean yourself up. You are coming out of the bathroom to come and hit me because I answered your call from one of your side chick. I was see the way I had that sense and the way power entered me that day. I cannot describe till today. I cannot describe where it came from. I just whoop. When I finished, guys, his body. Oh God, his body, the bruises that was on his body and everything. When I finished, he was just there. He was like, sorry, I'll not do it again. Sorry, I'll not do it again. It was the devil. That's what he was saying. Sorry, when I was doing that thing. At the end of the day, I was tired. He was just on the floor. When I finished, I went, changed my clothes, took my bath, and sat down in the living room. I was waiting for him, thinking that maybe by the time he got himself, he will come and maybe continue what he was doing. So at that time, I was already waiting, like, let the worst happen today. But lo and behold, when my husband finally got up, of which it took him like over an hour plus before he got up from that place to get himself. From that day to this moment, this man has been the calmest person. I did not know that this man can be this calm. I was expecting that when he comes out from that place, he's going to, come and pounce on me. But reverse was the case. This man, hey, he has never that if you see that he has never from that day he has not raised his hand to even touch me again. So that was how I made this man stop. I know some of you looking at me, but that was how I made this man stop hitting me. This man that I thought that, I don't know how God gave me the wisdom. I don't know how the sense came in. But looking back, all I can say is I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I gave him the taste of his medicine. I'm happy that I taught him a lesson. Who would have thought that my husband that is always shouting, hitting me, any small thing can be this calm? So ladies, sometimes do some things by yourself. That's all I can say. Do some things by yourself. Sometimes it's not by sometimes think outside the box. Give men taste of their medicine, especially those type that maybe they hit you. Sometimes go and gather, if you cannot do what I did, go and gather boys to beat him very well. By the time you have done it 1 or 2 or 3 times, they will have sense. You see all these men, now only when they reach our body, now that they get power, but their fellow men, they cannot have power. Anyways, I'm glad I did what I did, and everything is better now. I can say I'm beginning to enjoy my marriage and I'm beginning to enjoy my husband. Now if he wants to shout, he will just calm. Do you understand? Experience is the best teacher. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, this is not my story. Someone shared it for me and I decided to share it with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to keep your stories coming, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. This story is sweet to me.